Welcome to another video of IMX. Today I want to talk to you about the 0 point. A point within yourself that you can always recognize. And in this recognition, it will be like a reset button. You'll be freed from whatever you were thinking about or whatever had gained some momentum. So that you can actually find a deep underlying peace that you always have access to. Wouldn't you want an underlying baseline of just stability in your life, where it doesn't matter what happens on the surface of the ocean, so to say, whatever the waves are doing, or if there is a storm, deep within yourself, at the bottom of the ocean, is peace. There's a trust. There is a foundation that cannot be shaken by the appearances on the screen of consciousness. If this is something that you want, please just pay attention during this video. Not particularly just to me, but just within yourself, where you can find that point, so to say. That point at which you recognize that you are, that you exist, and that this sometimes feels like a hole or like an emptiness or like a space. But truly it is full of potential. And this is a stability that you can always rely on because it's always there. And then even if you are experiencing challenges, intense thoughts or intense feelings, then you can still go back to this 0 point, to this I am awareness. And from this point, you can actually just be free for a moment from all that you are identifying with. And in this freedom, you sort of let go of the attachments. And it's much easier to see all the waves going left and right, which are trying to pull you in certain directions. And then you do not have to engage. You do not have to believe that you are that. Because are you not aware of those experiences, like intense thoughts or emotions, or even your body experiencing certain sensations? You are aware of it, which means that you are prior to it. That which you are perceiving is not aware of you. You are aware of that. And in here lies your freedom. In here lies your liberation. To recognizing that you're always already free, that you're actually always already stable, that you have never ever doubted yourself, that you've actually always already loved yourself. All the qualities you seek for are naturally inherent within this point. And it's not truly a location, but you could say it's a point or a 0 point where all points dissolve and where it's just the awareness. The sky-like subtle awareness that pervades all your experiences. But the more that you see it, the more that you highlight it, the more pristine and aware it becomes, and the more it starts to permeate all your experiences, and the more difficult it becomes for your mind to latch onto things and to be too identified with it, because that is where all the suffering starts, the separation, the resistance. Well, if you just, in a sense, zoom out, you let go, you surrender, there you can find your freedom. And it's so easy to access. All you have to do is give up your insistence on your own ideas, on whatever your puny little brain came up with that has to do anything with you or with the world, and just drop it for a moment. Just drop it for the sake of true scientific knowledge, true direct awareness, knowledge of that which you are. Actually something that is factually true. Wouldn't you just give up all your ideas, all your beliefs, just scratch the whole thing, start afresh, and be like, okay, what do I actually know to be true right now? Without calling back on any memories or any past or any other sensations that I've related to. Let me just be really honest with myself right now and see what is. What are we actually dealing with here? Am I truly? Am I aware? And the clearer you can see that you are, the more the peace, the love, the light, all the qualities you look for outside of yourself start to naturally emanate. Then you notice there's a certain intelligence that guides your actions, that guides your voice, that guides your thoughts and your emotions. There's something prior, something more foundational, something that is actually trustworthy, something about you that is actually always the case. It's so true about you that as soon as you realize it and you start to amp it up and become more clear of it, it starts to outshine the little person and its problems. And everything will be resolved. Imperfect intelligence, imperfect order. It's just about letting go of your own trash, of your own ideas, becoming more humble, becoming more receptive. And through this receptivity, through this surrender, through this humility, this intelligence, this love, this light will start to act for you. It will start to guide you. Wherever you are at, it will guide you to the next step and the next step until you become pure. And you start to merge more again with your true self. And you might be able to actually tune into this, but beyond that 0 point, which sort of feels like a black hole sometimes, or like a vast unknown, we have to let go of everything we know. Then we meet this vast unknown. That's why we rather hold on to our little smaller self. We fear our greatness. We fear our infinite nature because we have no true remembrance about it. Deep down we do, but our conscious mind is like scared to death. It's like even like a planet approaching a black hole, the light getting sucked into it. We don't know what's on the other side. All the fears start flaring up. Like, I'd rather hold on to this. But what if you can actually sense what is beyond? What if you would actually take that leap? And it's just, again, it's not such a big deal. It's just short moments where you prioritize recognizing yourself as directly as you can, your true self, not all the thoughts, not everything you pasted over it, just true, direct recognition that you are. And through this recognition, you might be able to sense what is on the other side. What would your expression be like once you have entered that narrow path, once you went through the eye of the needle or through the black hole? What is on the other side? How do you express yourself? How do you move? How do you operate? And the more you can tune into that, the more you can actually honestly make the judgment call. Is it worth it to take this leap? To quote unquote sacrifice all that I've believed and assumed about myself and about the world and even about God or about the universe until now? Can I relinquish my most treasured ideas? For what you might intuitively sense is beyond this surrendering, this true deep surrendering yourself to your true self, that which already is the naked, pristine, great perfection, the beauty that you naturally are, the unity that you naturally are, not missing anything. I'll leave it here at this video. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll continue tapping deeper into these topics But just drop down in the comments if you wish, if you felt like you had access to what is beyond quote unquote the 0 point, if you can feel the liberation, the freedom, if you can feel the difference, like what would your expression be like? And if that's truly worth to sacrifice whatever you have accumulated or possessed until now, is it worth that sacrifice? Is that freedom, is the joy of that expression worth it to let go of all your ideas about yourself and the world for the sake of a glimpse at, in my opinion, true greatness, true liberation, true fulfillment, and endless abundance for all? Go in peace, and I'll see you in the next one. As always, live true to the truth.